thanks.
I just didn't know if you had breakfast.
I know I didn't have breakfast, but then we got on the plane, and by the time we got off the plane, I was kind of hungry. But we went to a super dirty restaurant in the airport, and I just couldn't eat in there, so I just drank.
You were right.
And then by the time we got to the hotel, the restaurant had closed because they took forever to get us into our rooms. The Mexican restaurant in the parking lot. Yeah. So then we went to a Waffle House. So
that is
it. I was eating. Then
great for that restaurant.
We're back up on YouTube.
Oh, we are. Awesome. It is great that they have that restaurant right there. It's like perfect.
But it closes at 11.
Yeah.
FYI. So yeah, Waffle House. I wouldn't do it if I had a choice, but hey, sometimes that's where you get.
It's true. We don't always go to Waffle House. I know a lot of people love Waffle House, but
I like a cultural experience.
It was the right tool for the right job at that time. Just saying.
All right. We've kind of covered this before, but what are the differences in the Mask and the latest 22 Ruger dead air silencer?
Ooh, that's easy. We can go through that. You want me to do it?
Sure, or I can, whatever. Go ahead.
So Mask is going to be a stainless steel traditional baffles that are clipped, that are fully disassemblable, titanium tube on the outside, 1/2x28 thread pitch in the rear. And then it does have a front cap with a front cap tool that comes with it. On the RXD, it's going to be Triskelion baffles that are a monocore, and that slide out the rear of the silencer. The front cap is basically built into the core, and then you've got our Xeno rimfire adapter that screws in to the back portion of that core, and that's going to be 1/2x28 currently as it sits, and we're going to have more thread pitches as well out there. Little lead catching Xeno rimfire brake for 22 long rifle, 17 HMR, 5.7, 22 Hornet.
All the regular same business.
Yeah, all that type of stuff.
Caliber.
They're both rated the same. Just depends on what you like. Oh, also RXD 22 comes in burnt bronze and black, and then the Mask is going to come in black, tan, and silver.
So if you're chasing a specific aesthetic.
Yep. That's going to be a big factor for you, I think.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And
super good sounding cans.
Yeah, excellent sounding cans.
No first round pop.
On pistols or rifles.
For either one.
Yeah, minimal, like not detectable without a meter. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, this is Robbie. This is Robbie in the chat, and I appreciate him bringing this one over. He said, one question someone asked on the YouTube was, can you shoot 9mm through a Nomad? Which is a definite no, just relaying the question. So
why did we get that so
I appreciate that he brought that one over from the feed that we lost.
I
He's
don't
like,
know.
let's cover this.
People don't get it, or maybe they're new.
Robbie, thanks for that. That's super kind. A Nomad's a 30 caliber can, and 9mm is 35 caliber.
I will say this: if you are curious on the diameter of your projectile, you can always Google it, and it will tell you the exact measurement. So 9mm is 0.357. You may not have known that, but you can do that for any caliber.
And 30 cal that's because it's 0.30, which, if you do the math, is slightly smaller than 0.357.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, like we're going all the way down in the decimals.
So,
okay, I say 9mm 356 and also 355. There's a little bit of variance there.
There is a little bit of variance, but you can always.
I didn't mean to be.
Okay, let's do it.
I didn't mean to be a Neanderthal about that statement.
I like it.
But you can always look it up.
I'll stop doing math.
See, I just wing it at 35, 350. Throwing that out there.
Okay. Potentially a couple things to unpack on this one. I've had a 30 cal Sandman S for about 8 years, and I've run it on everything from my NRL 22 to my 223 gas gun to 6.5 Creedmoor. It's spectacular. Suggestions for something modular to use on my 40 cal.
40 cal handgun? Not.
It says 40 cal P. Maybe the P
pistol?
means pistol.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, as it sits right now, we don't have. You could do it in, and it does sound good in Mojave 45. Is kind of going to be your. That'd be the one that I would choose. Modular, good sounding, pistol can. You could do it in a. Primal.
Mm-hmm.
That would be your other choice, but I think Mojave 45.
Yeah, that's going to give you some versatility in that pistol caliber neighborhood. Oh, he said PCC, my 40 cal PCC, he commented.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, no, also.
So still same.
Yeah.
You could do, still same. Either of those.
Mojave 45's low back pressure. That's nice.
And we also know from our earlier discussion that it's very, it likes to have a smaller bullet put through and make it still sound really good.
Triskelion.
Just saying. One of the joys.
Okay. Okay. Someone said, what about the Lazarus 6 with the adjustable top? We'll always get that one.
Well, we're getting there.
Yeah, it's just,
Stay tuned.
yep. We got a lot going on. We do.
Yep.
We're working on it. We're working on a few things. It's all going to be awesome. Okay. Will 5.56/223 above barrel length restrictions? I think maybe what will 5.56/223 above barrel length restrictions erode your TI cans?
Above?
That's a
So
little
if you're
confusing.
shooting it within or longer barrel than the specified minimum,
That's how I'm understanding
Yeah,
the
if it's
question.
above the barrel
Yeah.
length restriction,
then it's longer.
yeah, it's
Will
longer.
it erode a TI can? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Of course it will.
it will.
I mean, it will erode it. It won't be
Yeah.
rapid, but
With the erosion of the titanium cans, what really comes into play is if you're getting it hot enough.
agreed.
So
Yep, absolutely.
that comes down to more than just the barrel length restriction. If you're shooting below the barrel length restriction, it's going to be a lot easier to get it that hot that fast. But
Look, that's part of the give and take. If you're going to get a TI can, which is very light, and that part is awesome, it is going to erode faster, for sure. It's TI.
Yep.
okay, hi guys. I have broken 2 pistons in my Odessa 9, one from Dead Air and the other from a different manufacturer. Am I running it too dirty?
I wouldn't think so.
What firearm are you shooting it on?
Yeah, what gun is that on?
That's what I would like to know. Also, definitely keep it lubricated, obviously for the O-ring. But I would like to know what type of host firearm
You know
you're
what?
shooting it on.
Maybe send us an email.
Yeah, you can info at deadairsilencers.com.
Let's
Send
get
us a
some-
bunch of pictures as well, obviously, as much detail as possible.
We
because,
can walk through that with you.
Yeah.
and
Let's get some details on that
see
scenario.
what's going on there.
Yep, try and get that figured out for you. Mike, thanks for the awesome business advice at NRA. How can I send you an appreciation gift?
Dude, don't worry about it. And I hopefully that whatever it was that I said helped. Sometimes I give advice where it's not wanted. Sorry about that.
Okay. What's the best suppressor you all offer for an 11.5 and 5.56 overall sound, back pressure, and tone?
Well, I'd say between Lazarus and Sandman X would be your two things, and I think it's going to come down to what sounds best to you.
I would agree with that. To going back earlier to what Mike was saying, he thinks the Sandman X has a little bit better tone on 5.56, but I would say the opposite. I think Lazarus 6 for my ears has a little bit better tone on the short barrel guns. That could be subjective to all the hearing loss and everything we all have.
We don't all hear the same.
Yep.
We don't, and
Very
I
important.
spend a lot of my life pretty much attached to a air hose running air tools, and granted, I get that's taken a lot of my hearing away, so I watch people with really good hearing. Sometimes as we're shooting, we're standing off a little bit. I noticed the other day, Trevor had his M1 Grand.
Yep.
And he was a considerable distance from us. He was probably 50 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And he was shooting it, and people standing around me were like, that's loud. And I was like, it's not loud. It's totally fine.
Right.
Like, it wasn't bugging me in the slightest. He was like 50 feet away. But that just goes to hearing loss, and maybe I should put hearing protection on, but I found it very comfortable.
Right.
Tasson would have been like, make him quit now.
I would say, if that were me, 11.5. If it's going to be dedicated to that gun, I'd do a little Lazarus 6 Xeno. Keeps it super short.
Mm-hmm.
Marginal difference in the length there, but keeps it super short.
Oh, do we have an audio issue?
Well, we'd have two Lazarus 6s and a Sandman X then to put some numbers to it.
Yeah.
That's kind of would be the vote right here at this table, right?
And it's all subjective. That's what I was trying to make with that point.
Yeah.
I think it's very dependent on the specific user. So get out there, go try them. Come to one of the events we're at. There's a lot of ranges out there that have silencers that you can test fire. It's worth trying before you buy, I think. If you can't, you're still going to be happy with either of them. You could flip a coin.
You could also go through the internet and find a lot of third-party testing and numbers and compare those, and then kind of
Very
make
true.
your kind of gauge from there. I mean, there's a lot of numbers people out there, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. This guy says, y'all better be at Quiet in the Capitol next year. Had a blast with Mike, Christian, and our favorite comedian named Jordan. Also, give Mike a high five for his toolbox episode. That was epic.
Nice, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there. We've never missed one.
We will be there.
We'll be there. Good times.
We like tools and guns in Texas
Mm-hmm. True.
as much as the next guy.
Well, should we go over a couple things again and then wrap it up?
Yeah.
I think it's been...
Yeah, let's kind of retouch our announcements and
Yeah.
wrap it up. We've been at this just about an hour here. So, just to retouch, this weekend we will be at Ohio Suppress Fest, Blackwing Shooting Supply
Another
Center
way of saying it. Center. I
Center.
think.
Yeah.
in Delaware, Ohio. We'll be there. Tombstone Tactical in Phoenix, Arizona. We'll have a guy there. And Blackline Precision in Salt Lake City. Mike will be there. So if you're in any of those areas, come out and see us, come hang out, come say hi,
Mm-hmm.
maybe come get a patch, maybe get a hat, maybe get a sticker.
Absolutely.
The other update, and I'll do this one again because I did see someone ask about it someone actually asked about the axe, the Dead Air axe, the inventory that we had set aside for Blade Show. Those all sold.
Yep.
It was a big hit.
Sold out at Blade Show.
So those 25 all sold. The rest of the inventory is on its way to us from Winkler. That'll be here soon. And so that'll go to our Asylum members first. And then
if there are any
whatever's left, if anything is left, that'll go Asylum members and then onto our e-store on our website. So keep an eye on.
And if you want,
go ahead.
If you guys don't get one, if these all sell out and you don't get one and you want one of these axes, let us know. Send us emails, DMs, all that type of stuff. It's not saying we can't do another run of something cool in the future. So
yeah. So if you're looking for that, waiting for that, get on our email list because we'll definitely have emails going out. Keep an eye on social media if you do that stuff because that's where we'll be. Emails and social media is kind of where we'll be keeping everybody updated on that. And then lastly, for everyone who wasn't here at the very beginning, we're gonna try hopefully a fun new little segment on here. We want you guys to send us pictures of your builds, send us a picture of your favorite gun, send us what you're shooting your Dead Air silencer on. And look, do your best to take a nice picture. We want to be able to really see. Sometimes the pictures are just a little blurry.
yeah, it's not 1995 anymore.
Yeah, let's just try to do it justice. Don't put your all black gun on your all black bedspread. We won't be able to really see the details. Do your gun some justice. Try and send us a nice picture so we can really see what's going on there, and then we'll show them on a live stream here and talk about them. Give some commentary.
And I'd like to say, we don't all have to compete against Warehouse Managers of America here.
Yeah, that's not.
We don't have to go.
That's not why this is
to
here.
Be that much.
It can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't compete with that.
I wouldn't. So send those pictures to live@deadairsilencers.com.
Yes.
That'll be the email address to send those photos. live@deadairsilencers.com. We will show them on the stream. We'll talk about them, give some commentary, maybe say what we like.
Like that. And you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks. Have a great weekend.